So this is what um, we do. We read the word when it gets noisy around. Been handling a little bit about you. Been handling business today, and quite naturally, every day I'm followed with voices that appear to sound like my daughter's voice or someone. These people have access to just about any building, anything that they want access to. And I am often unable. It's hard to concentrate. I do love my daughter very much. When I do go and try to follow, the voice, it's coming from here, there, everywhere. Um, and I can't seem to find her. Um, when I talk to her dad, when I talk to family, they say she's fine. The videos and the audio that I have suggest otherwise. I do hear her when she calls, begging for me, and I beg for her as well. But again, if I go outside, they'll move her somewhere else or put her on the bus or something like that. I won't be able to find her. I have asked volunteers to come and help do a search and rescue. I have sent emails out to everyone. I have contacted multiple stations and newscasters, different organizations. Um, there were 46 reports just to one organization alone, and I'm not understanding. I sent an email today, and I'm not understanding why she's not getting justice, why we're not able to reunite. Uh, the videos that I have seen from other people and sightings of her suggest that she may be a victim of human trafficking. And I have posted and reached all the way out to Senate. For those that have been helping, I really appreciate you. It is a very complex, difficult situation, and very tough. When you reach for help, wherever you may find it, you have other people that try to conjure up fake situations, make phone calls or disturb or try to redirect attention, um, and make you even more fearful than before that they may win and that you may need to listen, such as not calling the police. Go to court. Go to court. Don't call the police. Go after her. She's right here. Get an Uber. Come Uber her. And I've gotten, even a couple of days ago, so much as a couple of $100 I spent, and to find no destination, to look for her and not be able to put her in the Uber. So that's not necessarily the answer. I went to the courthouse, and there was no one hardly in there, and within 20 minutes, the whole place was packed. Everybody was in the courthouse trying to get an order, and speaking, touching on subjects regarding my business and my child. There's been rumor that my best friend and my ex hang out together along with my child's father, and that one or both may have even had a child with her. I am upset at the fact that I was not notified. By law, I was supposed to be notified regardless, especially even in the event of my grandchildren. All of them, when I look up their records, I see where they have had a problem or issue with violence or something negative in some manner of sexual content. I don't see how they're able to be in the custody or care, or my kids being in custody care of them. Her younger sister is also involved in being in the streets and being around these adults who are money hungry, and she's only like maybe 11 or so, maybe younger than that. But the beatings that they receive are terrible. I have contacted CPS and different organizations to help. So again, I'm looking for advocacy. I'm looking for attorneys or legal assistance. I'm looking for help for her. I'm looking for volunteers to search for her. So whatever it is that you may offer, I did also get a job offer and decided to join a coalition. I don't believe that all of the police department have done wrong. I don't believe that all of them have done their best, and I do believe that a few have been great. The ones that haven't done their best or have, I don't know, maybe they are indifferent like me. I mean, even officers fear this situation. Um, and whoever created this, it also includes uh, a broadcast of my thoughts and her thoughts. Um, it's mind reading, which is ultimately in the form to me a nuclear weapon of mass destruction. So I think it should be illegal. I don't think that regular people should be able to, test that or use that. And in the situation they are, which is making everything all the more worse. I have posted on Twitter, um, Marcella Fane 4 and Marcy Fane and Marcella Marie or Mercy Marie um, on YouTube and Twitter. Some of the things I've experienced. You can also go to contact Lily Parker or Taj Gaucher. It's T Gaucher at Gmail for the other videos that and recordings because I consistently lose my phone. Not that I lose it like that per se, but trust me, most of these things are, conspiracized. So I am, talented. My daughter's talented. We're very loving people. We're very loyal, honest, hardworking people. We always have been. And I refuse to let our lives be torn up by this. This is the way that I've been basically bred in the last couple of years to be. It's not that I don't care, but in my abrupt actions of being hostile or energetic and just running to whatever, came to mind, it always came out bad. I ended up in jail or ended up with people not wanting to be around me, telling me that I was unstable or mentally something was wrong. It gave her dad power to further prevent her from being, have reason to say that he had grounds for not allowing her to visit. Just a lot of bad things. Things like, oh man, I should have thought about that. So I've learned to be more calm because I go through this every day. It's not that I don't care, but I've cried so much. I've cried my eyes out, and people play on your tears and your emotion, and I just feel like also living with my mother, who's more so dominant of a woman, doesn't does not do well with me whining or crying. She doesn't really allow it. So I haven't been able to get help too much from family. I feel like that's highly suspicious. Um, uh, I feel like it's suspicious that I haven't been able to get help from friends that are police officers. And I feel like it's suspicious that my friend Darius's name keeps being implicated in having something to do with my daughter, trying to hide something, and that they are trying to take her, out of state or even out of the country if I don't follow these demands. My finances um, have been basically, stolen. My identity's been stolen. Her identity's been stolen. Or my wireless network has been hacked and um, accounts and things compromised. My cards come up missing, and it's just ridiculous how I have to replace automobiles. I have to replace phones. Those are the two things that we need in order to get around, often to be successful at a pretty rapid pace. And I feel like it's very unfair. My daughter doesn't have social media. She doesn't have a phone where I can reach her. No one can account for her whereabouts, at least not with me. But I have in and around parts of Broadway, um, Imperial and Broadway, Olive, and 110th, right by the freeway, even under the freeway, which is crazy to me. Apparently, some of them go underground where there's the pipelines and stuff like that, and have events with, and I don't think it's just my child. I won't say that she's singled out like that. But I know she's very upset. She's very much so in distress. And they keep telling her that if I don't do this, I'm going to go to jail. If I do this, I'm going to go to jail. If I don't do this, I'm never going to see her again. If I do this, I'm going to get us killed. And I just said, hey, I can't be a puppet. If I can't concentrate and put it aside for a second, I won't get anywhere. This is every day, all day. And I, have a tendency to chase it and try to be like compromising to that and everyone's wishes in this crazy broadcast and this just madness that I don't get anything done. So I know that every minute seems like the last minute to me. But then again, it starts up the next day. So I am grateful for her strength, for her courage, and for who she is. She's a living miracle. And I hope that me and her father can work this out. I hope that me and whoever, accompanies her will be able to work this out. I've tried to make different, come up with different reasonable ideas, and it only gets worse. They only want what they want. And so I've used noise capture to locate the sounds. And apparently she's been, sexually violated as well. I have given some videos also to the police department, and for safety purposes or whatever, they were not, the report wasn't taken at the time. I feel like this could have been solved. I don't feel like it's totally on them. I think that this is a group effort, and definitely an effort in the community to not allow, people that are brutal like this to have access to 80% of the property in the area. That would be southern Los Angeles. I even have the same problem in San Bernardino County, same problem in Burnside County. I went to Pasadena. That was a mess. So, anyways, you can hear, them calling names and stuff like that. And when I go out and try to fight the battle, it is a losing battle. No one tells me, where she exactly is. That's why I use my apps to try to find her. But how could a screaming child be allowed to just be outside in the open like this around the public, and no one says anything? No one calls the police. But when I heard that there was 46 to one organization, I was really, happy about that. But any way I can, I plan to move forward. But I know that if I'm chasing something that is not, has not been successful recently or in the past, I know that that's just going to take up my time, and I won't be able to do what I need to do in order to do it for her. I have filed my paperwork, and I went to 2 cities and had 8 people with fax machines turn me down. So I go through things like that. Buses that pass me up, buses that detoured me. I had another bus go off of its route around the area, opposite direction that that I got on the bus going in, and then I ended up right back in the same place. Roadblocks that weren't there that pop up, phone calls, people needing stuff all of a sudden, or saying, did I take something? Did I do this? Did I do that? Did I steal something? In which I'm not a thief. You wouldn't see me walking around or doing without. Definitely I would have an attorney. So this video is awfully dark. Can't get any light in here, but that's it for now. I hope you can kind of see the background. Okay.